Today is September 18th, 2017, the start of our Acadia National Park vacation. Our first hike. Hiking through the heavily wooded forest in Maine. You know, Lyme disease was discovered in Lyme, Connecticut, and that's not too far from here. And I think this is called Huguenot Head, almost the summit of Champlain Mountain. Walking along the sand, along the Atlantic Ocean. Tide coming in. Some body surfers out there. They're having a good time, as long as they don't get washed up against the rocks.
I'm swimming in the Atlantic Ocean, sort of.
We're on our way to Great Head. I can smell the ocean. It smells great, fresh and clean. Day number 2 in Acadia National Park. Our first hike on our second day will be a long walk around Jordan Pond. Starting our hike, walking around the beautiful Jordan Pond. It's taken us about 2 hours to walk around Jordan Pond. Maybe it's not really a pond. And we finish our hike on one of the famous Rockefeller carriage roads.
Change my name, 'cause I'm bad. Everywhere I go.
The natural seawall getting hit by the Atlantic Ocean waves. A picnic by the sea.
In the rain.
This is the only lighthouse on the island, built in 1858. Ships can see the red light from that lighthouse miles away, sitting here on the rocky shore of Bass Harbor. If you listen closely, you can hear a bell ringing from that buoy out there.
Pull the head off Elvis, Phil Fred up to his pelvis. Yabba dabba doo, the king is gone, and so you.
We're going to go see the old historic fire tower, which is at the summit of Beech Mountain. That's not a cottontail. That might be a true hare. We made it to the fire tower. They say the view from the fire tower is spectacular, but surprise, surprise, it's too foggy today to see anything.
All right, so you.
Day number 3 of our vacation, we're going to hike up Cadillac Mountain, the highest mountain on the eastern seaboard of the United States. It's so foggy, we can't really find our way. I think we're getting near the top. We're at the summit of Cadillac Mountain. On a clear day, you can see all those islands. On a clear day.
I think I'll just stay here and rain.
Well, today was the day we were supposed to go on a boat ride, but because of Hurricane Jose, the waves are too big, so they've canceled all the boat trips. So we're just going to go on another hike instead. We're hiking up to see a waterfall, and this is the farthest we've been able to see the whole trip. The leaves are starting to change color, but not quite enough to bring all the leafers up from New York. Hadlock Falls, just north of Upper Hadlock Lake. Our last hike of the trip is going to be just a stroll along the Bar Harbor shore. We're walking along the shore path that goes around the city of Bar Harbor, Maine. Out there are the Porcupine Islands. Right here is a house for sale right on the shore. I probably could not even afford to attend an open house. It says here that in the 1800s, lobsters were used as fertilizer and fed to prisoners. The people who built this hotel were thinking location, location, location. And this is Bar Harbor. And this is why they canceled our ferry boat ride. They say that 2 hours from now, the tide will recede so much that we will be able to walk across to that island. We'll see. I can hardly believe it, but the tide rolled out and we're going to walk across to that island. My dad always said the tide is controlled by the moon, so the moon did this. I can't believe it's deep enough for those ships out there, but we can walk right across.
Oh, look, hurricane.
Here we are at the summit of Bar Island. There's where we walked across, and over there is Bar Harbor. The ships come into Bar Harbor at night. The Finback Ale House, named after a chapter from Moby Dick. Finishing the day, finishing the trip with a couple of beers at the Finback.
We've been here a week or so. Now it's finally time to go. Can't believe how quickly time has flown.